of stuff up. Sheesh. I'm over here being reckless. Okay. Got everything I wanted to get. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. Let me pull this down. Greetings, everyone. Why is this coming up? Hi. Hi. Peace, beloved. Peace, pumpkin. Hey, I'm trying to multitask real quick, but my multitasking ain't working that great. I was trying to do something and it ain't working. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm just wing it. Peace, greetings. Hey, y'all. Hey, Queen. Hey, B. Hey, Art. Simply. All of y'all. Hey. Okay, so I wanted to jump on here. I got a couple of topics I wanted to talk about. One being that the New Year's is coming in and it's 2020. Yay. 2020. Next year is a very monumental year for those of us that are melanated. There's a certain cycle that comes into completion officially next year. Next year is the number 4 year. I think I talked about it previous on another post that I was like trying to decide whether or not I wanted to say that the twins, Ibeji, are going to be over next year. That's the divine feminine and divine masculine is the way I look at them. Divine order, divine balance. I think it's going to be really important for you to not only be tapping and in tune with your divine feminine side, but it's also going to be very important for you to be in tune with your masculine aspect. So that means using logic and intuition all at the same time. There is a certain energy that is over next year, and you have to be very mindful of what this energy is really going to represent for you as you move forward. So make sure you are preparing. Make sure that you're taking this time before we go into next year. Peace, beloved. Peace, peace, peace. To fast, to meditate in particular, to be still, to really do some self-reflection, to purge, basically. In a good way, not the movie sense. I don't want y'all out there doing nothing crazy. But purge in the sense of making sure that you are eliminating any dynamics that are in your environment, that is in your system, in order for you to really, really, really take advantage of what's getting ready to come into this 2020 year. Like I said, it's a number 4 year. So if you are into numerology, pay attention to what number 4 actually brings and what it means. You should be seeing the synchronicity if you've been doing your work with triple fours, 4 in a number. You should see that number a lot right now. You should see the energy if you are connected to the Orishas. The energies that I've been picking up is Obatala, and I've been also picking up Orunmila, which I think that's more because of me. That might not have nothing to do with y'all. That might have more to do with me. But I'm also picking up the twins very, very heavy. Shoot, I thought I was having twins, honestly, before. Because their energy has been very heavy as far as what is getting ready to be ushered in. So there's a lot of prosperity. There's a lot of good luck. There's a lot of dynamics of being victorious, of having a certain energy that's getting ready to usher us And for those of you that have been doing the work, I keep saying this and I've been saying this all year. If you have been putting in this work this year, next year you should start seeing the fruit of your labor. If you've really been intentional about growing, about healing, about releasing, next year you're going to start seeing the benefits of all the things that you had to suffer and overcome over the last 2 years. So be patient is what I really want to say. Be patient. Be still. Be mindful. Okay? Be mindful. Don't engage. Somebody posted something up, and I know, like, you know, next year is probably going to be one of my years I'm going to be getting on folks, but, you know, next year, I feel like there's no room for fake. There's no room for you to be playing around. There's no room for you to walk in this life or this journey half-ass. All right. They're not, I don't feel like the universe or the spiritual system, if you want to call it that, is going to allow for any effery. I don't know if I'm not going to be able to cuss, but I'm going to try my best. Okay, so there's no buffoonery allowed next year at all. So you want to be really mindful about who you are saying is your mentor, who you are saying is your teacher, who you are saying is your guru. First of all of that is you. Anything that y'all seek or search for is in you. You should not be idolizing or holding anyone on a pedestal, because they have just as many flaws, and some of them more than you do. Let's be clear. But the main thing that I'm seeing, somebody had posted a post, and it was like something dealing with love and light. Like, I ain't gonna be on no love and light. You know, just because I'm spiritual don't mean I'm always love and light. Listen, when I tell you, when people say stuff like that, y'all need to pay attention, because y'all be thinking it's cute because you can identify, because you still in pop-off mode. Okay? Listen to me, beloved. Just because you can identify with this person who's calling themselves a healer or a spiritualist or whatever it is that they want to name themselves, and they say comments where they are engaging, they still engaging in buffoonery, that's not who you want to follow. That's not who you want to take no advice from. That's not who you want to be in the space where you're saying, oh, you know, I ain't saying that you can't get a word from somebody, but I'm saying that you want to pay attention and realize that they are on the same level as you. If they are still engaging in things that are of the world, you don't want, that's not what this is about. All right. And this ain't about, you know, putting judgment or stipulation or putting stuff on a box. But I'm telling you, truth recognizes truth. You'll know when you're walking in your truth, when you're walking in your higher self, when it is disconnected from having to engage with buffoonery. All right. Don't engage. You will not respond. You will not react. This is not a year for y'all to do neither one of those. This is going to be a year to me that you're going to master how to stay in your Zen space. Okay. So when people trying you and when people like really making your throat chakra itch, you'll be able to pull that back in and say, I'm not getting ready to go there with you. I'm not getting ready to, you know, go down this road with you. No, I'm good. Why? Because you'll know that there's so much more importance in you staying in your love and light. There's so much more importance in you staying in your Zen space. Because every time you get upset, every time that you get mad at somebody, every time that you muster up the energy to cuss somebody out, you are taken away from your greatness. You're taken away from your DNA access. You're taken away from the levels that you can get to. You're taken away from your health, your own well-being. Every minute that you stay in stress is detrimental to your health. So that should be within itself enough for you to say, No, I'm not going to go down that little yellow brick road. Okay? Remind yourself, this is definitely going to be a year of mastery of self-love. I feel like this year was an introduction to your own self-love, to understanding what value was about, your value and your self-love. Next year is the mastery of that. How do I master how to operate in self-love? How do I master how to operate in this higher being, or like they like to call it, the isms? How do I master that energy? Okay? Don't be in that space or you let somebody catch you off guard. And it can be done. Trust me. If people know, and especially when you get in, I'm telling you, the closer you get to this higher self, the closer you get to your true self, your truth, that's when everything in the whole kitchen sink gonna be thrown at you. And when I say every trigger, every button gonna be pushing, everything getting ready to get thrown at you, everything gonna try to attack you, because it's part of your ego. Your ego is like, oh hell no. You trying to leave me? you trying to avoid listening to me? No, let me create a distraction. Let me do this. That's ego. That's that other self. Okay? Be very mindful, because I promise you, the closer that you get, you'll be feeling like I'm vibrating high, I'm good. You know, you singing songs, you feeling good, you done burnt your sage, you popping out here, your skin glowing. And then, here come somebody messy. And then, here come your job acting crazy. I'm telling you, I done been there too many times. And there's so many times that I have gotten distracted and off my journey. Because I'm a healer, because I am a nurturer, I try to help people. So they know how to distract me. They distract me by like bringing up stuff like somebody needed my help. Or creating, opportunities for business. That's my distraction. Or somebody messing with my kids. Y'all know, anybody who a mother, y'all already know, when you a mama, don't mess with our kids. We will go all the way the hell off. Okay? Peace, beloved. Peace, everyone that came in. So, be mindful of the distractions. Be mindful when these things, because this is really your mental, that ego. And like, the Christian folks and all my other people, y'all like to call it the devil. You know how like they say the devil be busy? The devil don't want to see me succeed. No, that's your mental that don't want to see you succeed. That's you. That's your ego. You have manifested the craziness that's in your life. So you got to be in a space that you have mastered this mind. So when ego is trying to like come up a little bit, let me go and put on my playlist. And if you ain't got no playlist, I'm punching each and every one of y'all. You supposed to have this playlist. What is your trigger playlist? What is your high vibration playlist? You should have something that you watch visually that is going to put you in the right space. You should have something that you could put on your phone and put your headphones in that's going to put you in the right space. You should have playlists so you can keep that vibration high. Okay? I'm gonna call you Cleo because I don't want to jack your name up. Y'all know I'll jack somebody's name up. What do you recommend, I guess, or how to protect your energy? What do you recommend on how to protect your energy? The best thing, like I just said, the playlist. Okay? You got to have them playlists. You got to actually, if you believe in the power of crystals, make sure y'all have the right crystals that's going to keep your energy in a beautiful space. Okay? I'm an aroma person. I have my I don't even have it in here. Hold on, I might have some in here. But I'll knock everything down again. Oh, I do got some. Like, I'll carry a thing of oil. It'll either be patchouli, or like this is my Abatala. I used to carry Oshun a lot, but Oshun be bringing out a different person. So I be trying to stay away from her energy sometimes. Oshun will get you in trouble. So I normally wear a oil, or I have an oil on me at all times. Either I'm wearing it, I wear it first thing in the morning, or I have it in my bag throughout the day. My Florida water, I have it normally in a spray bottle that I can spray. Think of the things that you need to use because they all trigger your senses. So smell, it triggers your senses. Sight, I'm going to have stuff. I teach this in one of my classes where I'm like, you have to wear things that remind you of who you are. Wear things that remind you of who you are. If you a goddess out here, damn it, you better have something on your physical presence that remind you, I'm a goddess, so I don't need to allow your negativity in my cipher. Okay? So be very mindful. Be mindful. Yes, you can make Orisha oils. I actually get mine from somebody that's local. She always I have my Yemiya oil, which is my favorite. I need to get some more from her. She does my Oshun oils, and she do my Batala oils. All my basic oils, like my patchouli, my sandalwood, I get it from another local business that's here that I can't remember the name of for right now. But I always try to source mine local because I got to smell mine in person. I'm such a on hands person, physical person. I'm not good with the other ones, but yeah, that Yemiya, like when I'm in a space of, when I was doing a lot of healing work, or if I feel like I need specifically like healing for myself, whether it's physical or just emotional, that's my favorite. Like, I put it in my bath water. I normally, anytime I'm meditating, I meditate with her. Lately, I'm stuck on patchouli. I ain't gonna lie. I'm stuck on patchouli right now. I'm a post. I gotta check with her because I don't know if she's making it for the girl that makes all my Orisha oils. I don't know if she's making them for the public. She just does. This is something she do on the side. She's like a multi-business woman. She not even on this. So I'll check to see if before I post her information, if she'll be willing to sell some. And then when I find the guy that actually, he has like a warehouse, so he sells online. I just got to figure out what his website is. All of his oils, like the basic oils, I get from him. Okay. So new year 2020, like really get hype about this. This is like one of the years that I honestly feel like, all the memes are deserving. This is definitely a very powerful year. If you've been paying attention, like there's little stuff that I pay attention to that people look at as big stuff because of a totally different reason. But like the fact that we had all black women, okay, all black women holding titles in this beauty industry, okay. Melanin is being sold for an alarming rate right now. Our women is getting snatched up off the street left and right. Pay attention to the shift, the good and the bad. Pay attention to what is really going on and the importance of this year was ushering in the divine feminine. I think this year and last year was ushering in a strong energy of the divine feminine, a shift in the divine feminine. And now, like I said, there's some energy that's getting ready to pop off that's dealing with if you are melanated descent. And the things that we have been through as far as in America, there's a shift that happens with that as well. So you gotta pay attention to like little stuff because people was excited like, oh, it's 5 black women, da 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 da. And I'm sitting here like, did y'all ever doubt that we was the standard of beauty? I'm just saying, like, I've never doubted that our people, our women, were the standard of beauty, because how many things have been, you know, copycatted from us. They look to us for beauty and fashion and all of that. So why did you think that we weren't? Because they got titles now, because they are acknowledging it in plain sight. But it's time for acknowledgement. There's going to be a lot more of that. Watch what I tell you. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of things that's going to be placed on the forefront. Even I was listening to this interview with Mona Scott, queen of buffoonery, the queen of putting, you know, a certain dynamic out on public television. But she was breaking down her reasoning for doing the 10th, I think it's the 10th season or 10th episode or whatever, 10th season, I guess, of Love and Hip Hop in New York, the Return of Royalty, and what that meant for her. So when she was getting into it, and they cut it off, they cut her interview off when she started getting into the jewels that she was about to damn drop. Listen to me. There's getting ready to be a shift. And it's going to be way more publicized. So, pay attention. Pay attention. That's all I'm going to say. Pay attention. Okay, so I wanted to pull to see what our pulls say for the new moon. Child, I was on the edge of my seat waiting for her, because she was like, you know, she found out that her ancestry was in, she was Cameroon, and all of that. So I'm sitting there at the end of the seat like, what's she about to talk about? And when she started, she was getting cut. They was cutting her off. They was going to it. They was like, oh, we're out of time. Oh, you out of time now? Because she's talking about something that people needed to hear. Our new moon readings, our new year reading starts on Sunday. So I'm doing them Sunday and Monday. I think that's the 29th and the 30th. So if you signed up, I'm trying to debate if I'm going to go ahead and do some for Saturday too. But if you have signed up, you should be either on that first or that second day. If you still want, I still have a few slots left. And like I said, I'm thinking about opening up Saturday as well. Let me know. Just inbox me and I'll tell you what you need to do. All right, so let's see. I did too, but you know, some of them, I'll be like, they be so quiet and in the closet with their stuff. So it's like when somebody like on a national show and they start getting ready to drop some jewels, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I was like, she about to go there for real? Yes. It was on the Wendy Williams show. That was the crazy part. It was on Wendy Williams. It was on the show I don't even watch. And it was like, I'm sitting there talking to my mom, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? Caught me all the way off guard. Let's see. They ain't want to give us but 3. So let's see what goddess energy we're going to pull. She was on there talking about how the New York season was about to be. I guess they're calling it the return of the royals. And I swear everything I just talked about is coming up in this reading. So she wanted to go into why she was naming it, all of that, and all this other information, but all of a sudden, conveniently, she was like, oh, y'all want to cut, and she said it, she said, oh, y'all want to cut me off when I want to talk about my blackness. I was like, okay. Whew. Okay. Let's get this one. I feel like I want one more. Let's do these. Peace, everyone coming in. Greetings. Hello, beloved. I just love when people start to just, I feel like they get to a point, especially people that are celebrities, they get to a point where they're making so much money, they just be like, what you gonna do now? What are you going to do now? I might as well say what I'm gonna say. Ain't shit you can do. I done got my money. I done secured the bag. So, what you gonna do now? All right. So, for a new year, this is what I'm looking at. This is the narrow path. And it's just basically, like I said, what I've been talking about. Making sure that you are so firm in your path, firm in your direction. Knowing that there's still going to be some obstacles that might try to come up along the way, but stay focused on what your destination is. Be very creative on how you get around the obstacles as they're arriving in your life, because the obstacles are opportunities for you to learn. They're opportunities for growth. They're not challenges. Stop saying that word. Stop looking at these obstacles or these life lessons or these opportunities for growth as a bad or a negative thing. Start looking at them as they being a positive thing. Why? Because the Magician card is coming up. The Magician is letting you know this is all about you are fully capable, fully powerful of being able to create the life that you want. This is you. You are the magician. We are the magicians. And because we are the magicians, because we are the magical ones, then that means that we can create and do whatever it is that we need done in this dynamic, in this life, in this world. All right. But you have to be very clear of what it is that you're creating. So next year could still be a little bit of a trickster. Okay. Be very clear. They're saying, hey, we opening up the universe for you. We giving you all it is that you ever wanted. We're getting ready to bless you with all of these blessings and gifts and life lessons and opportunities. But be very clear. Don't, as my father would say, backslide. Don't backslide. Don't backslide. And now you getting some stuff that you thought you wanted because you're operating from ego instead of your higher self. And that's what this card is all about. Are you operating from ego or higher self? Are you asking for the universe to grant you what it is that you want from what your higher self, what you truly need? Or are you asking for the universe to grant you things that you just want and desire because you want it? You sound like a spoiled brat kid. No, you can't have it. That's not what you need. That's not what's going to get you to the next level. All right. So I asked what, do I want to go here first? Yeah. What goddess is over it? It's ironic that it is not that many black women in this deck. Anybody who has this goddess deck. And the one that I pull is who? Mother Earth. Okay. This is all about you are called upon to help with the environment. Now, when they say the environment is the all in all. That is the universe. That is a universal connection. This is a time frame where we're going to be called. We are Mama Earth. And I say that for the ones that know what I'm talking about. We are Mama Earth. We are the beginning and the end. All right. All dynamics come from us. You have to walk in that power. You have to walk in that energy. You have to be willing to step in your place, your rightful role. Stop playing, stop BSing. This is going to be the time. This is the year. There's no more playing around right now. The challenge card was courage. So like I said, it ain't about being scary no more. It's not about walking in fear. It's not about operating in any energy that is less than who you are. You know who you are. You know your value. You know your place. You know your worth. Stand in that shit. Stand in it. Okay? The card actually says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Be confident in who you are. The one thing that I kept picking up on new moon readings is people not understanding their value or their worth. And I'm like, why? Why would you second guess that? Because we have been told for so very long. Most of us come in the universe being told that we are not who we are. You're conditioned to believe in all these different dynamics besides your superpower. Come on. Y'all gotta let that shit go. It's time to let it go. All right. So our crystal card is the Argonite card. And it says, are you ready to serve? Listen what I tell you. I already said this before we even got to these cards. Do you feel guided to start or resume your yoga classes? Listen or follow your inner guidance. Allow your love to enter your heart and focus on finding a cure for all that is suffering. Lovingly devote your energy to purification. I already said that. It's time to purge. Meditation and self-realization. I promise you this is what I open up the whole new year about. Okay? Listen. Swami is on the back. And it says, I acknowledge the storehouse of spiritual wisdom within. I trust my inner voice and follow inner guidance. I am a willing channel for divine inspiration and creative solutions. I enjoy a regular practice of yoga and meditation with ease and grace. This is a time, beloved, that I'm telling y'all, stay on y'all spiritual journey. Lock in. Lock them heels in. Dig in. Do not allow people to take you out your peace, out your zen, out whatever it is you want to call it. Do not engage because they are not worthy of your time or your energy. You have shit to do. You don't have time for that. Okay? You don't have time for that. You ain't got time for somebody telling you that you're not who you are. You're not who you say you are. And if you saying that you a goddess, if you saying you a god, if you saying you a king, you saying you a queen, God darn it, be it. I don't care what it is that you claim. If you claiming you a healer, you better be it. You better walk in it. You claiming that you a damn witch, you better walk in it. Whatever it is that you claiming, whatever set you claiming, damn it, walk in it. Stop daggone not walking in integrity. Okay, this is not a year for you to abandon your integrity. This is definitely a year for you to walk in your integrity. Okay. Hey, natural. Peace, 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 everyone. So let me see what I'm looking like on time. Okay, I'm not too bad. This is a time to walk in your power. Don't second guess it. Don't doubt it for a moment. It's such a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful experience when you are holding true to what you say you are. It's a lot easier than you think it is. It's a lot easier to let that BS go than it is to still be straddling the fence. When you decide to get off the damn fence and really walk in your truth, your life shift. Your life gonna shift regardless because you're gonna, really be true to what it is that you're doing. But your life shift. I promise you. So, I wanted to get into my workbook real quick, and then I'm getting off of here. I don't know how I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna get on here for 30 minutes and then end up being an hour every time. All right, so my workbook is officially on the website. All the orders that were pre-ordered, I finally was able to ship them out. I got all the books in, and then with some other issues. But like I said, when you are striving to get to that thing, that next level, that's when all stuff is thrown at you, including the kitchen sink. So everybody's book has been emailed. You also should receive an email by tomorrow for those who did pre-order. I also included you a link where you'll have a digital copy of the book as well to keep with you. And then I believe there's a certain amount of people that actually did their pre-order around Black Friday, and those people will be automatically enrolled into the actual workshop for this workbook. So, and I got another thing coming out, but I'm gonna wait until I actually get my copy so I can show y'all that one too. So the workbook is a journey to self. A journey to self is all about giving you like things to think about, things to read over and digest and understand in order for you to like really connect to who you are and really to get over all the BS, to really start identifying that this is ego This is from my past self. This is my dysfunction. There are a lot of damn sections. There's about 18 sections in this book. It's not that long though. It's only like 50 pages. It's about 50 pages long. Each section gives you an opportunity to write. So there'll be a question. It'll give you an opportunity to write whatever it is that you need to write out. For those, peace everyone that's coming in. It's going to take you through everything from making a plan, because I am a big, big believer, whether you are, starting a new business, starting on the spiritual journey, that you have to plan this out. Stop feeling like y'all can go in here and just be free-nilly, on that free-spirited, I don't need no plan. Yes, you do. Because if you ain't got a plan, I believe that you plan to fail. I believe in that quote. So you got to be in a space that you say, let me take the time to make a plan and make it simple. Quit trying to complicate it. And when I say make a plan, even for your spiritual journey, I'm like, okay, what is it that you're trying to incorporate more? Why do you feel like you're not truly operating in yourself? Is it the fact that you're not staying still long enough? Okay, how can we get into a space where we understand meditation, where we understand the importance of silence, of being still? It's not that hard. Okay, so there's things that I put in here like that. My most important thing that I always tell people is about your rising routine. Okay, your rising routine is so important. It's one of the most important things in your whole entire life. I promise you, like drinking water. Okay, that rising routine, how you start your day, will dictate and cultivate how the rest of your day will go. So you gotta start putting and implementing, and that's what this whole workbook is about. It's showing you like just different little stuff that I make people kind of like bring to the forefront and like get out the closet and take from up under that rug and start to deal with it. One day I'll take the time and probably go through each dynamic of, and I actually put a work course together, a workshop together for the book, so you can actually enroll in that after the 15th, I believe, of January is when I got that, because I want y'all to get the planner, which is the next item that's out, but I don't want to get too in detail with that until I have the physical copy, because I want to make sure that it comes before I start the class. But the planner will have like something that you'll be able to structure out throughout your whole year. So it's a yearly dynamic. This is more like I could sit here maybe about 2 weeks and y'all be able to go through this. Okay, 2 weeks, you'll be able to go through it, but it's gonna take you some time to really deal with what you're supposed to be dealing with. Is there a recommended time frame for how quickly you should work through? Oh, good. Oh, how quickly you should work through the book. That's a good question. Thank you, boo. Honestly, to me, because I like for people to digest stuff, you should really only be taking like one section at a time, like once a week. I promise you, if you really are being intentional about what this journey is about, I really feel like once a week that's what's going to digest. But like I said, there's like 18 sections or 18 topics. Well, it's less than that, because some of these are just like going to tell you some stuff. I'm trying to find one that's quick that we can go over real quick without. This is one of my favorite topics. I don't know if I want to get, because that's not a simple one. But I tackle topics like guilt, forgiveness, things of that nature. Like I said, one of the biggest things that you don't want to do, the introduction needs to have something for you to work on. Okay, and it says, what lie have you told yourself? What story have you conditioned yourself to believe? What is your recreation? Okay, so this section is about you telling yourself, like, I go into like the reason that we fall into the trap. And that trap be the story that we've told ourselves repeatedly. So let's say You told yourself, and I'm just throwing something out there, you done told yourself you a hoe. And that is, close that door. So if you've told yourself that that's who you are, and you keep, even though you have evolved, even though you have done the work, even though you've gotten into a space that you value yourself, but your negative self-talk is still telling you that you got some hoish ways, some thoughtish ways, you're not sexually free, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you're telling yourself, this is what the time frame where it tells you to recreate it. What are you telling yourself? If you're telling yourself that you are not loved or not worthy of love, identifying what are you telling, what story are you believing about yourself? Now, how do we recreate that story? How do we redirect that energy? So instead of you saying that you a hoe, and let's be clear, I'm not condoning hoism. I'm not condoning hoism. But if you've been telling yourself that you a hoe, maybe you switching your story and saying that you're sexually liberated and creating a new story and a new dynamic that is connected to your sexual liberation. All right. So be very clear about what it is that you're telling yourself. If you're telling yourself that you're not worthy of love, and what are the actions that you're doing to give you that? Like you dating dudes or women that show you that they showing you what you're saying. They showing you they treating you exactly like you're not worthy of love, because that's already in your mindset. So that's the very first section. And in order for you to really be truthful and honest about that, like I said, you might want to take a week. Some of us might be able to get that out in like a day or two. Some of us might have to take like a week or two, to be honest. So I suggest going through it, and if you're intentional, you might can knock it out in a couple of weeks, but always go back. And then once you get all your answers laid out, say, okay, let me start back from the beginning. Okay, let me start back from this beginning and really deal with my stuff. Because now there's some emotions going to be brought up, and I talk about that, I think, either in forgiveness or guilt. Is one of the sections in here. And I talk about, we get to a space where we start dealing with our stuff. And when we start dealing with our stuff, all of these emotions start coming up. All of these feelings start coming up. All of these distractions start coming up. And when they start coming up, you have to be in a space that you are willing to not do your usual response. Women, I don't know about y'all. I'm going to raise my hand on this one. My go-to before used to be busy. I kept myself busy. When I was in a space that I was really like dealing with my real stuff, dealing with my truth, them little ugly monsters that used to be in the closet, I was in a space where I would dive into work. I would dive into, a relationship. I would create distractions where I was so busy, I don't have time to be by myself. I don't have time to be doing this type of stuff. I was going to create every distraction that there was. So I would be like, I'm so tired. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I ain't got time to be doing that. I ain't meditating. Don't do that. That you have to deal with it. I will say, and I think me and my mate had a conversation about this the other day, is the fact that women have an amazing characteristic of us not only distracting ourselves from what needs to be done, but because we've been taught that we don't have time to deal with it. We've never been taught that you need to deal with your emotions. We don't have time to stutter stuff. I remember saying that. I don't have time to stutter stuff. I was going through a divorce, and I was still in my mind like, I ain't got time to stutter stuff. I got time to get these coins, though. I got time that I got to solidify certain things that need to be going on. Because if I stutter stuff because I'm in my feelings, it's going to mess up my flow. Nah, I ain't doing that. But the universe will make you make time when it's time. The universe will sit your ass down when they want you to really deal with it. Because if you keep putting stuff under rug. You put them in these little boxes. You put them in the closet. When they come out, it's going to be real ugly. It's not going to be a pretty sight. So, in short, like I said, the workbooks are available. There's a page that's on my website that actually says A Journey to Self. Click on that one because you can go straight through the website that actually prints the books for me, and they'll send it straight to you instead of it having to come to me and then me shipping it to you. All my babies who had pre-ordered before a certain date, y'all all got autographed copies and all of that, and my little message to you as you're on your journey. But it's a great workbook. It's a good, it's going to be a 4-part series. This is the first of 4. So there's a 4-part series to this particular dynamic. And then, like I said, there'll be a planner that comes out for this one as well to help you kind of stay on track throughout the year. It gives you the option to do divination in the actual planner. So you have to decide whether or not if you do divination. Some of y'all, I know y'all don't do that. So anyway, I'm done talking. I love you guys. I will that y'all have been sitting down and being very reflective, preparing yourself for this amazing year that we're getting ready to walk into. Like I said, I will be doing New Year readings Saturday. It's either Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, or just Sunday and Monday. I'm not really sure yet, as of yet, but I know Saturday, Sunday, and Monday is going to be New Year readings. If you didn't get on the list, make sure y'all inbox me so I can tell you what to look for in your particular dynamic and all of that good stuff. I love you guys. I will that y'all have an amazing night. Talk to you later. Peace.